Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Rome 2 video, and today we'll be looking at the replay I did. Yes, that was it. Watch replay. Now it's me playing as the Getae and my opponent playing as the Lusitani. Now, when I was picking my faction, he was still Rome, so I decided, I was copying a build someone did against me, and he was originally Ephraim, which is the same faction that a guy did this Getae build against me, so I thought it would work. I wasn't really paying attention and noticed he picked a Lusitani. So, yeah, I don't win this, but it's definitely, this is going to be more of an educational video and some of my incompetence when paying attention to what faction my opponent's picking. Because the fact that I brought Falksman at all was a horrible idea. So I brought, I believe, 5 Dacian bowmen. Yeah. 4 noble swords. 4 or 5. 5 noble swords, and I believe 5 Falksmen. And 2 spear horsemen on each side. Now my opponent, I don't even know the exact numbers. He brought a bunch of veteran shield warriors. He brought 2 Lusitani nobles, one as his general. I believe 4 Balearic slingers. Just a bunch of Iberian swordsmen, Scutari, spearmen, and Lusitani guerrillas. Now, after noticing my fault on what my opponent was my fault in picking my faction, he did not bring any cav, which the Lusitani, they don't have very good cavalry at all, worse than Rome's. So for them, it actually may be better for you not to bring any cavalry at all. And the Lusitani are probably the best faction to deal with other barbarians. Now he brought a bunch of spearmen, which is basically, he makes a line in his back of just spearmen. So even if I did bring my cav around, how there's nothing for me to do with them, because my main troops were engaged here in the front. However, he had all his spearmen in behind, so I literally couldn't do anything with my cav, and they were basically worthless. And I was forced to try and punch a hole in. Basically, with this build, is you'd use your noble swords basically to engage your enemy's main line and just make it so your Falksman can charge in and get some kills. Now, me and my opponent have a little standoff here at first. Both of us wanting to figure out who's going to make the first move. Now, he doesn't need to move at all. He's in a good spot. And actually, if he does move, he'll lose some of the high ground advantage he has. Here I am moving some of my spear horsemen around, trying to see it. Trying to see how, if there's any openings I can get in the back. Because if he didn't have any of his spearmen put in the back, I could easily have looped down and back charged into his infantry. Iberian swordsmen were pain too. So I decided to make the first move, and the second I do that, I immediately begin to regret this decision. On the run, he just used his Balearic slingers and destroyed some of my ranged units. The Dacian bowman got 0 kills before it started routing. And I don't think my Dacian bowman ever really did anything. Which, you know, it ended up not really working out in my favor. Look, 3 of my there you go, 2 of my skirmishers about to rout already, and the fight really hasn't even begun. 2, 3, 0. Not good. Although they aren't doing much damage on their own, was getting some good charges in there. Here we go, got a veteran shield warrior charge. Now they obviously got creamed by my noble swords. So, there's this Iberian swordsman coming around the flank, trying to throw some jabs in my back. This Falksman, the Falksmen do good initially, however they just can't do it for very long. Here I actually thought I was actually going to make headway. And actually, I broke through this very early, however he just has so many, those Iberian swordsmen, I never dealt with them. He had just so much infantry, I just couldn't deal with it. If I actually brought all these guys around here, and I just brought them into the back of the line here, I actually probably could have won. Because their spearmen have no way to go through. You see, I did start actually breaking through his line, with the fact that a majority of my infantry were Falksmen, and I was this is a rush build. I needed to kill him quickly. If I got into a long fight with him, then my Falksmen were just gonna fail eventually. And I only had 5 noble swords, and there's just not enough units here for me to do anything about it. Here are my spear horsemen engaging these Getae spearmen. I was forced, because they weren't able to do anything else, I forced to go through there. And now in hindsight, actually probably better to leave 2 of them in here, probably and charge 2 of them back around into these holes. Have one of my noble swords engage these Iberian swordsmen. Somehow my noble swords are losing. I guess it is because they're so outnumbered. This Falksman's getting some good work into this Lusitani guerrilla. Here we go. One of my noble swords just routed. One of my spear horsemen is about to rout. His general's about to rout. My bowmen are about to run because my general's dead. See, I just more or less got destroyed. And this build wasn't very good playing with me or faction pick. However, this just shows you the raw power that the Lusitani can have versus other barbarians. They are just such a very good faction to play as. And I gotta say, they have very good skirmishing abilities. Very, very good infantry. Poor cav, however, you really don't need good cavalry to take down barbarians. You just need hard-hitting units and hard-hitting skirmishing abilities, which the Lusitani have. The Getae also have all of this. However, I just didn't play it the right way, didn't have a very good army composition, and well, I definitely think if I had picked a good army composition, I would have won. I don't think the Lusitani are overpowered. They're better than some of the others. Overpowered? No. Guy was just trying to rout my skirmishers, and I actually don't think they started routing once my all my infantry's down. But I just to be fair, just ran it through and had my my bowmen going in charge. At this point, I know I'm going to lose, so I think I set him to melee attack in a minute or 2. Yeah, I wasn't going to play the back up and move game. Yeah, I set those guys just to go charge, and these guys just to go charge. We got absolutely destroyed and didn't get a single kill. So some really good play. Not as much good play, but very, very good composition on my opponent's part. Cost the enemy victory. But I gotta say, he had a very, very good army composition. So let me load it up. Yeah, look at this. Balearic slingers, Lusitani nobles, tiny guerrillas. His veteran shield warriors did kind of get cut up, but they were, other than that one, and that one, we just look at how many kills some of these other units got. My Dacian bowmen didn't really make up for the cost, only 2 of them did. My spear horsemen were more or less worthless. My noble swords didn't put in some work, but other than this Falksman right here, none of my other Falksmen really did what they needed to do. So guys, I'll see you later. I hope you enjoyed the replay and the little educational part, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. I'm editing this now.